Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today's video, I am super excited. I went around the drugstore places and got a lot of new stuff. I went to Walmart, to CVS, to Target, to Kroger. I got a lot of stuff at Walmart and I'm very excited about it. We are gonna just be playing with some new drugstore things. It's a full face. It's all gonna be first impressions. I haven't tried any of this on my face. That's today's video. If you haven't yet, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel before you leave and that you ring the bell so that you can be notified when I upload videos. Make sure they're also following me on social media right down here, and let's get into it. Here we are up close and personal, and you can see that my face is a wreck. We have a nice mountain growing here on my chin, lovely eczema patches here on the sides and on my neck that are healing up. And we just have some lovely zits everywhere. We're so excited about it. It's gonna be great. We're just gonna cover it up with some makeup and it's gonna be fun. For primer, this is by Flower Beauty. It is the Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. So this, as you can see, is in like an aerosol can. Has a little ball in it and everything, and so it comes out in like a mousse form. Oh, it's supposed to be kind of like glowy, blurring, I think, and brightening is kind of the overall situation. So let's see how this goes. Whoa, I don't know how much that really is, you know, because when you press it together. Okay, oh! Okay, here it is, ready for the ASMR moment. Very exciting, okay. I like the smell. It kind of smells like, the way like a calming moisturizer smells, like, kind of smells like it has some cica in there, which is a really calming ingredient for irritated skin. There were a lot of new things from Flower Beauty that I've not tried. I just got so much stuff that we aren't even trying it all in one video. There were so many new things. Next up is foundation. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be using this. I actually have quite a few, plus one or two other new drugstore foundations. Wow, now I can see the primer close up and it is glowy. That's kind of surprising. I don't know, I guess it says it was supposed to be brightening, so not really, but wow, it's making my zit down there really shine bright like a diamond, huh? It's one that's really annoying under the skin. It's not quite there yet. It just hurts. It hurts so bad. Well, that's very glowy primer. Anyway, the foundation I'm gonna be using today, because I think it's the closest shade match possibly, is from Revlon. This is the new Revlon Colorstay Light Cover Foundation. Obviously supposed to be light coverage. They have other Colorstay foundations. This is the light coverage one. Has a natural finish, I believe. I don't know how the shade is gonna go. It's a little light, but we can probably make it work. Let's first just take a little bit. I'm gonna go in with my flat foundation brush. I'm gonna apply these, though, a lot of the products today in general, the way that I prefer to apply my products, just to give them a nice test drive so I can really get a good feel for it. Yeah, this is supposed to have a natural finish. Let's see. Yep, she's a little light in shade, but it's not so bad. So I put on foundations that were way paler than this because they were not my shade. I don't want to apply too much. This is a very thin layer. Add a little bit more. And I'm gonna go in with my sponge. I don't know about this. It kind of looks a little patchy on my cheek here. If something doesn't turn out well, it could mess up the rest of the face. But you know, that's why these videos are so fun. It dries down really fast, I think. I think this might have been better if I had just gone straight in with the Beauty Blender from my hand and blended it out that way. This is too light for me. So that's the foundation. Not my fave. I just don't love the way it looks on my skin. It's definitely a natural finish. I'd even say satin, because I think the only glow I'm really getting is from my primer underneath. Let me just try something real quick. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, just like that. I'm gonna go directly in with my sponge and try to build up the coverage a bit on my chin over that mountain that we've got there. And it's not working. Let's move on. Before we go into the eyes, because I normally do foundation, then go into my eyes, and then do concealer after, I'm gonna do this corrector first to kind of brighten up my inner corners because I really want to get right in here, and I'll probably be putting some eyeshadow there later. This is from Flower Beauty as well, Flower by Drew. It's Drew Barrymore's brand, in case you didn't know that. This is their, doesn't have the name on the back of it, just says the shade. Either way, it's an under eye corrector. And I have the lightest shade, which is called Light Peach. And so I was thinking this could be a dupe for my Becca under eye brightening corrector that I love so much. This is definitely a more peachy shade. The Becca one is more like on the cooler tone side, and this is like a warmer peach. And I can already tell my Becca one is a lot more emollient and like wet, dewy. And this is definitely more like of a, it's still creamy. It's definitely still emollient, but it's not quite as emollient as the Becca one is. Okay, so I've got a little bit on my finger there. I'm gonna put that into my inner. Wow, that is peach. You know what, let me just try to color correct that zit a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Wow, that's got quite a bit of coverage to it actually. Okay, I like this. Let's get into the eyes. And this part might be my most, yeah, it might be the part I'm most excited for. I'm just gonna put a little bit of eye primer on. I'm just using my regular Urban Decay because when I try out new eyeshadow things, when I do first impressions on eyeshadows, I wanna make sure that like I give them the best chance that I can. So I'm gonna use like my regular eye primer that I would normally use because I know how it performs. So I know how eyeshadows usually perform on top of it, so. Okay, so there's my eyes primed. I'm really excited because there was a huge new release from Wet n Wild, and I picked up 2 of the eyeshadow palettes. They came out with these 2 different sizes, and I believe there are 4 of this palette variety of the 10 pan and 6 of the 5 pan. And I found them at Walmart yesterday, and I was really excited. Not yesterday, other day. But I was really excited about them. And look at these shades. They're just warm toned and beautiful. Look at these mustard mattes up here. Oh, I'm so excited. And I've never seen a formula like this one. This is their regular shimmer formula, but this must be a new formula. It's like a glitter or something. And same, I think in this palette, in the 5 pan as well, like the gold over here looks a lot more glittery than the other shimmers in the palette. You see what I'm talking about? All right, I'm so excited to put this on my eyeballs. Let's start with my big fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's really light, but just a little bit deeper than my skin tone probably. I really like Wet n Wild eyeshadows. As you guys know, if you've watched my other first impressions video, yeah, it was also another Wet n Wild palette that was limited edition, but these are like permanent collection eyeshadow palettes. Very excited. Okay, so that's like a nice light peachy shade. Next, I'm gonna go into, I think I'm gonna dip into this shade right here. The lighter of these 2 mustards here, just to start building that up in the crease a bit. Wow, that's very yellow. Much more so than I expected. Almost like looking, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but to me in person, it's looking a little like chartreuse, kind of. Like it has a hint of green undertone to it, which is not very common for me, but you know, we're getting out of the box a little bit. Okay, let's keep going. Currently debating if I should go into this shade or go into this shade in this palette over here, which is more of a true orange, and this one's like a deeper mustardy version, basically. I think I will add a little bit of this orange from the 5 pan. Wow, these shades are a lot lighter than they look in the pan. I will say they're more like pastel-y looking. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to the orange shade in the Vive Essential palette, shade called Cozy. It's like a very rich orange, like more burnt, but still, this is, ooh, this is so bright. Okay, I am definitely gonna hop back to the other 10 pan palette and go into this shade. I'm really trying to get a little bit more depth into this look here. So far, it's been quite light for most of the time. It did a little bit, added a little bit go back in and blend with one of my previous brushes. It's adding a little bit more depth. I mean, they are blending really nicely. I have no issues there at all because I generally quite like the Wet n Wild eyeshadow formula. I'm gonna go on with the even smaller brush, and I'm gonna go into that 5 pan. I'm gonna go into this really deep reddish orange right here. It's the deepest shade in this palette, to see if I can add some darkness. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's darkening it up a lot better. Okay, so I am gonna go into the deepest shade in this 10 pan palette right here, this really deep brown, in an effort, final effort, to really add some drama and smoke to this look. So here on my arm here, I have the shimmers swatched from the 10 pan palette, and this second shade up here is the really glittery one, and I think it looks really nice. And then here on the palm of my hand, I have the shimmer swatched from the 5 pan palette. So these here, and they're really pretty as well. And definitely the gold glittery one, you can tell has more glitter to it. So it seems like it could be a different formula. I'm trying to decide exactly which one to use. I do really like this olive green in the 10 pan. I think that's really pretty. Oh my Lord. We have to use this glittery one. So I'm gonna use this one right here. Okay, I'm gonna start out my usual method on my finger. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is so pretty. It has like some green reflect to it. Look at that. I feel like this is the most fall look I've literally ever done in my life. These eyeshadow palettes just look like fall leaves, straight up. Okay, that's one eye. I'm gonna put some on my other eye with my finger. Wow. Okay, now I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna take a small flat brush. I'm gonna pick up a lot of that product, of that shimmer shade on the side, the flat side of the brush. I'm gonna take a setting spray and spray it a couple times. Okay, and let's see how this adds. You know what? With this one, with this glitter formula, I think it really is the same, whether you apply it with your finger or a wet brush, because it's totally giving me the same effect still. It is just building it up a bit more, but I think you could probably do that with your finger. I think it's probably the fact that this is like a glitter almost, rather than a metallic shimmer like the others. Look at that. That's really pretty. I really like that. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of an inner corner highlight on. It's very, why would they put that in this palette? It's this one over here. I probably would have been better off using the one from the other palette. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of this one here because it's a little bit more gold. That's toning down that whiteness a little bit, making it more gold, less like that bright white. That's better. Okay, I like that. Okay, time to go in with some concealer. I am excited about this one. It's from Wet n Wild. It was on that big Wet n Wild display that I got the eyeshadow palettes and even a tinted moisturizer from as well. So this is the Megalast Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. So it says it's full coverage. That's fun. This looks like an okay shade for me. It looks like it might also be a little light, but we shall see. It's much darker than what it looks like in the tube, right? Definitely. Okay. It's a little strange. I'm only gonna start out with just the smallest little bits. And I like to feel concealers the first time. So I'm gonna use my finger at first. It feels like a normal liquid concealer. I will say it's a very thin formula. It does not feel thick at all. I'm gonna go over this with my sponge. And I don't think it has quite as much coverage as it claims to, because remember I did apply that that corrector underneath it, and I think that did most of the coverage work, honestly. I don't think this necessarily added any more coverage than what the corrector already gave me. And it is an okay shade for me. It's not quite as dark as I thought it was gonna be, but it looks a little weird with this foundation because the foundation is so light for me. Okay, it dries down quite quickly as well. It's already dried down. I would say it's satin matte finish, not super dewy. Interesting. I don't know about that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line of eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in with that fluffy brush there. I'm gonna dip into this one and up here. So the first two shades we used, blend it on my lower lash line. Yeah, I don't know if I like that concealer, you guys. I'm not super big fan of the way it's looking on my really fine lines under my eyes. Take a really small brush. I'm gonna go into this shade here first and see what I can get as far as depth. So we know it's not very deep, but I don't want my lower lash line to be too deep either. Yeah, I think I am gonna add this deepest shade in the 5 pan right here. Same brush. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that's the eyes. Very interesting colors in these palettes here. This one is really interesting. I don't think I have anything like this. I do really like this one with the warm, fiery tones in it. I think it's great. I think the formulas are really nice, especially for the fact that they're like $5 to $10, ridiculously affordable. So that's the eyeshadows. That's really fun. I'm really excited about this next part as well, which we're gonna do the mascara and the brows. I have new things for all those things. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes real quick because I always curl my lashes and I wanna give this mascara a fair chance. So I have a new mascara from Maybelline. This is the Lash Sensational Sky High mascara right here. It is brand new. I've never tried it before. This is the first time opening it. Ooh. This basically claims to be a lengthening, volumizing, all-in-one kind of mascara. Here's the wand. Oh, it's my first time seeing it in person as well. Very thin wand, little Christmas tree wand, goes out, gets wider towards the base. Let's try it out. As you guys know, you probably tried the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. I'm pretty sure I've tried it at one point and liked it. It's been a long time though, I can't remember. But let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm gonna do how I usually do. I'm gonna start out with one coat and then probably let it dry down and build it up. Oh, okay. I'm noticing something immediately. This wand is like grabbing my lashes really nicely. I can feel it grabbing. Holy crap. Wish I could even zoom in even more. I wish that you could see exactly what I'm seeing. It is grabbing each and every one of my lashes and pulling it up and curling it and coating it like much more effectively than a lot of mascaras. Like, I don't think this is gonna take a lot of coats to build up. I am never this excited, like on the first coat of a new mascara, like never. What is happening? Hang on, let me finish this first coat. This is one coat of this mascara on this eye, and this is the one without. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I'm really excited. So that's one coat of the Maybelline Lash Sensational on each of my eyes. You guys, wow, my face is so pale. We gotta do something about that. I think this just became my new favorite mascara. If this wears well and doesn't flake or smudge real bad, like, it's my new favorite mascara, like right then. I'm gonna put another coat on in a minute and see how it goes, because like, I wanna see how far we can push this thing. Let's go into the brows. I have all steps of brows that I typically do. The video that just went up on my channel before this one was actually my brow favorites video. So you will see how I do my brows and the 3 steps that I like to go through: a clear brow gel, a tinted brow gel, and a brow pencil. You will get to see all those things, my favorites. And maybe we'll be adding some more here today because I have all those things here. So from Flower Beauty, I have the Fiber Fix Brow Gel. This is the tinted brow gel from Flower Beauty. I also have from Flower Beauty the Skinny Microbrow Pencil, and I have the shade Taupe. And this is definitely, they're definitely copying Fenty Beauty because they have this little brush on the end of theirs as well as a little baby pencil on the other end. So this is definitely a dupe for that if it's good. And then for clear brow gel, this is from Wet n Wild. This is the Browsessive Brow Shaping Gel. This is clear and it seems kind of good, so let's just do it. So I always start out with a tinted brow gel. This is the lightest shade of the tinted brow gel, by the way. This is the shade Blonde because my eyebrows are really light. So I like to make sure that my tinted brow gel is not too dark. It's a little warm, but it's not too warm. Okay, it's a very thin formula. I'm liking that. I'm liking the way that's looking and feeling. Interesting. Okay, something I really like about this is there's not too much product. Since it's such a thin formula, not a lot of product gets stuck on the wand, so you don't over apply. It's actually a very nice light amount that you end up applying, which I really like. Build it up, see how it builds. Because I did mention in last week's video about brows, I really hate when tinted brow gels, once they dry down, they don't stick very well to the actual brow hairs and they just kind of flake off, which I hate that. So we're about to find out if it does that. So what I do is I let this kind of set for just a minute and let it dry for just a good minute or so. And then I'll go in with my pencil. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go in with another layer of this gorgeous mascara, and I think I'm gonna put a little bit on my bottom lashes as well. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. Look at this. Look at it. Okay, I need to calm down. Do another layer on this side. You guys, I think I've built this up like literally as much as it will let me, but can you see that? My lashes are huge. This might be the biggest I've literally ever seen my lashes. My little baby lashes. Okay, back to brows. Let's go in with this Flower Beauty brow pencil. Let's see how it does. I think this shade for me is gonna be pretty good. I'm warming up. Yeah, that looks decent. Okay, let's see. You know, this is reminding me of the Fenty Beauty brow pencil, not just the fact that it has this little brush on the end of it as well, but actually in the formula. What I really like about the Fenty one, it's like the formula of that pencil is like a soft powder almost. And that's what this is reminding me of. It's like a soft powder. And I'm really liking the way it's applying. I'm really picky about brow pencils. And also, I will say, when I was, penciling in my brows, don't mind my husband making sound in the back in the bathroom, I noticed that the tinted brow gel was not balling up and flaking off. It actually stayed on my brows quite well. That's a really good sign. I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild Browsessive Brow Shaping Gel Clear. Let's see if this gives me that nice, fluffy, spiky looking hold brow that I enjoy so much. The pencil is rubbing off kind of easily, so I think I'll have to go back in and pencil in the bottom a bit further. You can see here. And it is white, but it's dry and clear, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the pencil and go underneath my brows and redefine that. I will say I am having an issue with the pencil being, I don't know if it's not quite pigmented enough, but it rubs off really easily, like when I then run my little brush on the other side through it. It rubs away quite quickly, the pigment does. They're not my favorite brows I've ever done, but they're also not my least favorite. They're looking a little thick because I can't quite get as precise as I like to. Do you see that little bald spot right here? I just can't get pigment into it. I think this pencil is nice. I just think it's almost too soft, like it's rubbing off too easily, and I don't think it's gonna last very well on my brows. But I do really like the two brow gels so far. This has quite a nice grippiness to it feeling almost, but it's not like my brows feel like hard and crunchy, but it does feel very slicked. So I like that. I'm just trying to fix the under part of the shape of them, and this is just not cooperating with me very well. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. We're just gonna accept it. And I'm too much of a perfectionist with my brows, and I know that, and I accept it about myself. Okay, that's brows. God bless, let's get some color on my face because I'm so pale. Gosh. Okay, for bronzer, I'm gonna be using this new palette from Physicians Formula. They're drilling outside and I'm just gonna ignore it because it won't stop. This is the Physicians Formula All-Star Face Palette. So here it is here. It has 2 bronzers, highlighter, 2 blushes, and a face powder right here. Now this is a new formula and I do believe they are releasing this in a single. It's the matte bronzer. It's the Minoy, matte Minoy Butter Bronzer. Yeah, but it is matte, which usually their bronzers have a bit of a glow to them. This is matte. And I don't know about these highlighters and blushes. I have other blushes I'm gonna use. I don't know about that highlighter. I might have to use something else. Okay, let's use the bronzers. Take one of my faves from Real Techniques. What are these shades even? I'm gonna go in first with the regular butter bronzer up here because I trust it. I love it, I know it. We know each other deeply. And I'm gonna bronze the crap out of my face because good Lord. I'm gonna have to spray my face with some setting spray too because good Lord, we are dry. Yeah, this foundation, not my fave. And you know what? The coverage is like rubbing off. Yeah, I don't like that. Because you can see the redness in my face almost coming back here. When the bronze is, it's not like a red bronzer. It's definitely golden. Yeah, I hate this foundation.
Oh, you really don't like it?
I hate it.
What's so bad about it?
It's like, when I started blending my bronzer, the pigment, the coverage started rubbing off and you can see my redness more now.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't like it.
Oh! Trash foundation.
Trash.
See you later, love you.
Okay, love you, bye. I think probably if you're a little bit more oily combo, that you would like this foundation a little bit more. You'd have to try it, obviously, personal preference. But it's a no for me, dog. Okay, let's add a little bit of matte bronzer and almost use it to be a little bit more precise in contour, even though this is definitely not a contour shade because it's pretty warm. But I don't care. I might look a little orange today. But that's kind of how first impressions go. It's definitely not my best looks. I have not been negative on my channel up until this point, so, and I will make a point to try not to be negative. I don't really love it, but I'm hard to deny when products are not good. I think I'm just gonna go in with a clean brush now and just blend. Let me go back over my brows with this clear brow gel to kind of re-spike them. Oh yeah, this is setting down really nice. I like that. You know, I might look a little crazy right now. It's just like, I think what it is, it's the undertone of the foundation mixed with like the super warmness of these bronzers. It's making my face look a little weird. Yeah, these complexion products is just not going well. Maybe that concealer would look better with a foundation that's not as dry as the Revlon one is. I definitely don't need to use this under eye powder because good Lord, no, nobody needs that with this dry foundation and concealer combo. I am gonna swatch this highlighter. It is limited edition to this palette. There it is right there. It looks okay. It looks fine. I can try it on the cheeks. I'm scared. I'm scared, you guys. And then here are the blushes, because I'm not gonna use them. I have other blushes that I'm gonna use, but I'll swatch them for you. Ooh, these are very glowy highlighter blushes. You can barely see this one. It's like a cool toned icy pink, and this one's like a peachy gold. You don't know about that, you guys. I don't know how I feel about this palette. I'd say probably just go buy the bronzers individually. I am gonna try this powder highlighter. Let's all pray together. Oh, there's so much glitter. Oh, no. No, no, no. It's so glittery. Okay, it might fix when I spray my face with setting spray later. Okay, that's that palette. It's okay. Okay, so I have 2 blushes here from Flower Beauty. This is their powder blush formula, which I really do like, but this is a new shade of it called Spiced Petal. Yeah, really pretty. And then this is the Gel Crush Lip and Cheek. Looks like a little baby deodorant. It's a cream blush, which you guys know how I feel about those, but I don't know about that shade matching. I'm gonna change the battery in my camera real quick. Let's do this blush thing. Let's see, so this is like I got the shade Blackberry Crush. So it's a plummy shade. It's very dewy, reflective. Ooh, I like that, but it doesn't match. So I guess we're gonna go with the powder. We're gonna go in with the powder blush on top of all these other powder products. But it is a really pretty shade. It's a nice nudie, warm shade. I'm just gonna go in with this brush here, tap into this, coat the brush nicely, and tap it off. These are really nice matte powder blushes if that's your thing, if that's your favorite kind of blush. These are really nice. I just put on too much, but I don't care. So that's the face. I'm gonna spray this before I have like a heart attack. I'm gonna use one of my favorite drugstore sprays. This is from L'Oreal. It's not new, but it is one of my favorites. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. It's beautiful. You need to shake it up. Give me hydration, please. Make me dewy, please. Forgot to bring my fan out here. That's so much better. And that highlighter looks fine, but I kind of want to add a cream highlighter. This isn't new, but it is drugstore, also from Flower Beauty. These are excellent. This is the Flower Day Glow Highlighting Glaze. It is a beautiful cream highlighter. There is another shade of this that's deeper, but honestly, it's so nice because it doesn't have a lot of base pigment, so this would work a lot across a lot of skin tones. So pretty. Wow, it's making me look so much better. Much better. I'm gonna add a touch more blush on top of that. Just right there on the apples of my cheeks. I really like that blush a lot. That's gonna become a favorite pretty quickly. That shade is perfection. Yeah, last thing, lips. I have lots of options here. From Flower Beauty to Revlon, and I have a Milani lip liner as well. This Milani lip liner is not new, but it is great. It's one of my favorites at the drugstore. It's the Understatement lip liner. This is the shade 160 Cafe au Lait. Beautiful, warm nude. These are really interesting. I would like to do like a whole look with these. These are the Flower Beauty Scribble sticks. Now they can be used on the lips, on the eyes, and on the cheeks. So they're like a multi-purpose little stick. So really nice brown there. Ooh, really pretty. And this is like a berry. Yeah, that's pretty. And the thing that I think I do really want to try this today, these from Revlon. These are the Colorstay Satin Ink lipsticks. And I think these are like kind of like a lip lacquer type of thing. So I have these 3 shades here. I think this one's gonna be a little bit too cool toned. Let me see. No, that looks kind of nice. So there's this one. This one is the shade Wild Ride. And then I have this neon orange red shade. Look at that. This is called Smoking Hot. Wow. Putting a red with this would be a bold look for sure. But I really like that shade. And then I have this shade called Holy Pumpkin, which is cute, which is also quite orangey. Ooh, I like that. I think I might wear this one. Okay, let me throw this lip liner on real quick. In Cafe au Lait. There's my lip liner. Oh, I also forgot I have this. This is from Flower Beauty. It's their moisturizing lipstick in the shade Buttercup. That's really nice. Let me just layer this on here just to see. I just want to test it. Oh, very glidey. That's a really nice nude. Very sheer, very comfortable. I like it a lot. Maybe I'll layer one of these on top of it. I just can't decide. I think I'm gonna do Holy Pumpkin for a bolder look. These are like a long wearing liquid lipstick, but they don't dry down matte. They stay satin and creamy. They almost feel like a lacquer type of texture. Yeah, I like the way that looks with this eye. I like that texture. The way it feels on my lips. I really like this. This is about to be like an everyday situation for me. Welcome to me and my giant hair. Well then, that was a fun time. Definitely some ups and downs. Let's go through everything. So primer first. I thought it was fine. It was hard because the foundation I put over it I did not love. So I think I would want to try this again under a foundation I know I like to see how it goes then, because it's nice and glowy. I think made my skin look okay for the most part. So I like that. I want to continue to test it further because I'm not sure. So this would be like in the I liked it category. Next up, something I didn't like is this Revlon foundation. I'm so sorry. I don't like it. I think it's patchy. I think it's dry. I think it sticks to my dry areas too much. Not even just my eczema, but just other places on my face. I don't like it. If you are a little bit more combo oily, I think that you would. Yeah, I don't think that I'll be getting another shade to try this out. That's gonna be over here. I don't like it section. Something I did like next is this under eye brightening corrector. I don't know what it's called. I just said the Becca name. But this is the under eye corrector from Flower Beauty. This is the lightest shade, Light Peach, as I said. There are 2 other shades that are deeper. Middle is, I liked it. I kind of want to try it some more. This side is, this is gonna be an everyday thing for me. I loved it. That's easy. I loved it. I liked it. Don't like it. Then we tried eyeshadow, right? I like it. I really like it. I didn't love it as much as I thought I would when I was dipping in and blending because the shades were kind of not what I expected, I think. But now having this look on my eyes, I really enjoy it. So I really liked it. And I definitely think that you guys should try out these eyeshadow palettes if you are someone who you don't have a ton of eyeshadow and you just want something cheap and easy. These palettes I think would be a great way to go. There's a lot of other shade variations in both of these sizes. I really liked it. These were good. I loved it. After that, we did concealer, right? From Wet n Wild, this is the Incognito concealer. I didn't like it. I think it's too dry for me. No, I don't like it. I just decided I really don't because I can see it settling into my fine lines already underneath my eyes. And I really did not even put that much product under there. Okay, after that, what did I try? This is my favorite thing that I discovered in this video. Is it? Yeah, I think so. It's this Maybelline Sky High Lash, the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I mean, you guys saw the moment I put this on my eyelashes, I was shook. This is so good. If this continues to wear like this and not smudge or flake, and I will keep you guys updated because I haven't put up my mascara favorites yet. If this continues to wear the way it is now, it's gonna be in my favorites, in my mascara favorites in the next couple weeks when I film that. So just keep your eye out for that video because when it comes, you will know if this is the one, and I will give an update if I didn't like it. I'll just give an update in that video either way because I'll wear it every day until then, probably. And, but yeah, as of right now, this is the thing I'm literally the most excited about from this whole video. I'm so excited. I really like it. If you see this in your local drugstore, you better snag it real quick. Okay, so love it over there. After that, we did brows, right? Okay, so individually, I'm gonna categorize these individually. The brow pencil, I don't like it. I don't think that this formula lasts well enough and it blends away just too easily. It doesn't stick well enough to my skin. I'm so sorry, over here. These other two, as far as the Wet n Wild, the clear brow shaping gel, I like it. I'm gonna keep testing it out. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna last. It feels nice right now. Yeah, my brows do look pretty good. It's kind of in between the like it and love it for me because I really do like it, but I do want to keep testing it out. So I love it. And the Flower Beauty Tinted Brow Gel, this is a shade Blonde. I think I love it, you guys. I think I found another drugstore tinted brow gel gem. I really like the formula. I really like the way that it blended as I was applying my pencil. I think it looks really nice. I really like it. So I love it. It's great. After that, oh yeah, so this palette. I really like Physicians Formula and I really like their cheek products, but I would skip on this one. As I said, this is a new formula, but I do believe they are starting to release this formula in a single, in like the regular bronzer single. Like right now, I think they're coming out in stores. So I would just suggest picking that up, and you should definitely try the butter bronzer if you haven't already. You should know that because you watched my favorite bronzer video. You need to go watch it right now, and I'll link it right here above, and you need to go watch it right now, and I'll explain to you why this butter bronzer is the best. So no to the palette, I don't like it, but I do like that. I do like the bronzer formula. It's a solid yes for me, but that palette's probably a nah. Yeah, and then that highlighter in there was glittery and kind of. After I did that, oh, this blush was one of the other things. I really like this blush. if you haven't tried this powder formula from Flower Beauty, you really should try it. I think it's a great blush formula. They have beautiful shades, and I love this new shade so much. It's great. Last thing was the lips. I'm obsessed with this. This is gonna go in my everyday situation. I'm gonna be wearing it on the reg, you best believe. I love that. This is the Flower Beauty, doesn't have a name on it, but I think it's like the moisturizing lipstick. This is the shade Buttercup, and it's beautiful. The lip liner wasn't new, but you guys know I love that. Let me just say this though, about these satin inks. I like them, but I think they feel a little goopy on my lips, and I didn't apply that much, I don't think. I like it, I'm gonna keep trying it because I'm not sure about this formula. Look at that, it is stained my lips. Okay, so these stain your lips for sure. My lips are pink. That looks a little bit better. Okay, let's close this thing out, huh? Well, you guys, with the loud construction workers in the background, that was a full face of first impressions at the drugstore. That was a fun time that we just had together. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely did. My hair is just so much right now. Just tell me that it looks good, okay? Yeah, so that was the roundup of everything, as far as everything I tried today, my thoughts on everything, where I categorize things. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Make sure that you have caught up on all my other previous videos the last few weeks. I know that we've all been busy because of the holidays, but go watch some of those right now if you haven't seen them yet. And with all of that said, I think that is everything for me today. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me and just playing with some makeup. It's been really fun. If you guys enjoyed this style of video, please give it a like and let me know down in the comments what you would like to see from me next. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!